The knock came sharp and sudden, cutting through the quiet of dawn. She sat up in bed, heart racing, the sound still echoing against the wooden walls. Another knock followed, harder this time, as though whoever stood outside knew she would hesitate. She rose slowly, pulled her shawl tight, and walked barefoot across the floorboards that creaked with each step. At the door, she paused, listening. Silence. Then a faint breath. She unlatched it and pulled the door open. A girl stood there, a ragged dress hanging loose, a basket of bread clutched in her hands. Her face was smeared with ash and dirt, hair tangled, eyes downcast. "I've walked since night," the girl said. Her voice was small but steady. "May I have water to wash my face?" The woman studied her. Thin shoulders, cracked lips, bare feet dusted with road dirt. She looked no older than 16. "Water?" the woman repeated. "Yes." The girl's gaze lifted, and for a brief moment the woman felt her breath catch. She nodded and stepped aside. The girl crossed the threshold, clutching the basket close to her chest, as if it were all she owned. The woman led her to the basin by the stove. She poured from the jug, the water glinting in the dim light. "Thank you," the girl whispered. She set the basket down and cupped her hands. She splashed the water over her face, rubbing away the ash and grime. The woman stood behind her, watching the dirt peel back, revealing pale skin beneath. Then she froze. The eyes. The girl turned slightly, droplets trailing down her cheek, and the woman's knees went weak. Those eyes, clear, gray, unblinking, were not a stranger's. They belonged to her sister. The sister buried years ago, the one she still dreamed about, the one whose face she avoided in old photographs. She stepped back, gripping the table. Her throat tightened. The girl noticed. "Something wrong?" The woman shook her head quickly. "No. You're staring. You just remind me of someone." The girl tilted her head. "Who?" "Family." The word slipped out too fast. The girl wiped her face dry with her sleeve. "I have no family left." The woman's voice softened. "Where are you from?" "Nowhere that matters." "Where are you going?" "Nowhere yet." The girl smiled faintly, but it didn't reach her eyes. "Bread keeps me walking." The woman glanced at the basket. The loaves were uneven, some burnt at the edges, others misshapen, but the smell was warm, earthy. "You baked these?" "Yes." "To sell?" "To trade." The woman hesitated. "I don't need bread." The girl shrugged. "Then take it for company." They stood in silence, the faint sound of sparrows outside. The woman's mind churned. She wanted to ask more, to demand answers, but her tongue felt heavy. The girl spoke first. "Do you always look at strangers like that?" "Like what?" "Like you've seen them before." The woman's hands tightened around the edge of the table. "You should eat something." "I'll eat if you sit with me." The woman nodded reluctantly. She cut 2 slices, handed one to the girl, and kept one for herself. They ate in silence, chewing slowly, the bread coarse and dry, but filling. After a while, the girl asked, "Who was she?" "Who?" "The one you saw in me." The woman looked at her slice, crumbs falling to the floor. "My sister." "Where is she now?" The woman swallowed hard. "Gone." The girl's eyes lingered on her. "Not all gone." "What do you mean?" The girl didn't answer. She tore another piece of bread, chewed thoughtfully, then smiled faintly again. "Thank you for the water." The woman's chest tightened. The resemblance wasn't just in the eyes. It was in the small tilt of the head, the faint curve of the smile. Every glance pulled her deeper into memory. She wanted to believe it was only a coincidence, but the feeling pressed harder. The girl pushed the basket forward. "Keep some. For later." "I can't." "You can." The woman hesitated. She reached out, took one loaf, and set it aside. The girl rose. "I should leave." "You can stay a while." "Why?" "Because you've been walking since night." The girl studied her, unblinking. "You don't know me." "No, but I know those eyes." The silence stretched. The girl finally sat again, pulling her knees close to her chest. The woman asked quietly, "What's your name?" "Names don't matter." "They are here." The girl looked at her for a long moment. "Call me Ruth." The woman's breath caught again. Her sister's name. She felt the room tilt slightly, her hands trembling. "That's the name you chose." "It's the one I was given." The woman rose abruptly, turning her back. She stared at the old ledger on the shelf, the place where her sister's name had once been written and crossed out. She thought of the grave on the hill, the stone weathered by rain. She thought of nights spent wishing she could hear her sister's voice again. Behind her, the girl whispered, "Why are you shaking?" The woman steadied herself. "Cold." "It's not cold." "I said it's cold." The girl's tone sharpened. "You're afraid of me." The woman turned. "No, I'm not." "Then look at me." She did. The eyes met hers, unwavering, familiar. Her throat ached. Her heart pounded. She wanted to scream, to ask how, to ask why, but the words wouldn't come. The girl leaned forward, resting her chin on her knees. "You see her in me." "Yes." "Then maybe she's not gone." The woman felt tears sting her eyes. She pressed her palms against the table. "Don't say that." "Why not?" "Because I buried her." The girl didn't flinch. "Maybe you buried someone else." The woman's breath caught. The room felt smaller, the shadows thicker. She forced herself to sit again, her voice low. "Eat more, then rest." The girl nodded slowly as though satisfied. She leaned back, took another slice of bread, chewed in silence. The woman stared at her, searching for answers that wouldn't come. She remembered the night of the fire, the smell of smoke, the cry that never finished. She remembered standing over the grave, the earth damp with rain, telling herself it was done. And now here in her kitchen sat a girl with the same eyes, the same name, the same unyielding gaze. The woman whispered to herself, "It can't be." The girl looked up. "What?" "Nothing." "You're lying. Go to sleep. You need it." The girl tilted her head, watching her closely. Then she curled up on the bench, closing her eyes, the basket of bread still within reach. The woman sat in silence, staring at the faint light creeping through the window. The knock that had started the morning still echoed in her ears, a sound that seemed to have opened more than just the door. She whispered again, softer this time. "It can't be." But the girl stirred, and even in half-sleep she whispered back, "It can." The woman froze. The house fell quiet, save for the sound of her own uneven breath. She knew she would not sleep again. The girl slept curled on the bench, her basket beside her. The woman sat in the chair across, eyes fixed on the rise and fall of the girl's breath. She tried not to look at the face, tried not to see what she already knew she had seen. Dawn slid into the day. The air thickened with silence. The girl stirred. Her eyes opened, gray, clear, familiar. The woman felt her chest tighten. "You watched me sleep," the girl said. "You needed rest." "Still watched." "I had reason." "What reason?" The woman's mouth went dry. "You remind me of someone. You said that before." "And it's true." The girl sat up, pulling the breadbasket closer. She tore off a piece of crust and chewed, slow and deliberate, her gaze never leaving the woman. "Eat," the girl said. "I'm not hungry." "Everyone's hungry." "Not now." The girl tilted her head, studying her. "What's your name?" The woman hesitated. "Anna." "Anna what?" "Just Anna." "No one's just one name." "And you?" The girl smiled faintly. "You already know." "Ruth." "Yes." The sound of it pressed heavily in the room. The woman looked away. "Where are you from?" Anna asked. "South Road," the girl said. "There's no house on the South Road." "There was." "When?" "Before fire." Anna's pulse raced. She clenched her hands to keep them steady. "What fire?" The girl shrugged. "Doesn't matter now." "It matters to me." "Why?" Anna leaned forward. "Because I buried someone in a fire." The girl's eyes narrowed. "Your sister?" Anna's throat closed. She didn't answer. The girl tore another piece of bread, placed it on the table. "Eat." Anna shook her head. "You'll need strength." "For what?" The girl chewed, slow, almost taunting. "For truth." Anna pushed back her chair. "Stop speaking in riddles." "They're not riddles." "Then what are they?" "Memories." Anna's breath shook. "Yours or mine?" "Both." The silence stretched. The bread between them sat untouched. Anna asked, "How do you know me?" "I don't." "You look at me like you do." "I look at everyone." "No, not like that." The girl smiled. "You're shaking again." Anna pressed her hands flat on the table. "Tell me what you want." The girl leaned forward. "Why did you bury her?" Anna froze. "What did you say?" "Why did you bury her?" "She was dead." "Was she?" Anna's chest ached. She stood quickly, pacing the room. I don't know who you are. I don't know how you know these things, but you will not come into my house and accuse me." The girl's voice stayed calm. "You're afraid." "Yes." "Of me? Of what you remind me of?" The girl chewed another piece, slow, steady. Silence is louder than truth. Anna stopped pacing. "What do you mean? You keep talking around it. You never say it." "Say what?" "That she burned." Anna's eyes filled. "Stop." "That she screamed." "Stop it now." "That you didn't save her." Anna slammed her hand on the table. The bread jumped. Her breath came fast. The girl's eyes never left hers. "There it is." Anna turned away, covering her mouth with her hand. Her shoulders shook. The girl whispered, "Guilt smells like smoke." Anna spun back. "Why are you doing this?" "Because you let me wash my face." And now you see." Anna dropped into the chair, exhausted. Her voice came weak. "What are you?" The girl tore the last piece of bread and chewed. "Hungry." Anna stared at her, trying to find cracks, anything human. The silence between them deepened until it felt heavier than the air itself. Finally, Anna whispered, "If you're here to punish me, then do it." The girl looked almost amused. "Punish you?" "Yes. I'm not here for that." "Then why?" The girl set the empty basket on the table. "To see if you'd know me." Anna swallowed hard. "I knew you the moment you looked at me." "Then don't pretend anymore." Anna's voice broke. "I saw your eyes in the fire. They were the last thing I saw before the roof fell." The girl leaned closer. "And now?" "They're the first thing I see every morning." The girl smiled faintly. "Then you've been waiting for me." Anna whispered, "I prayed for you." "Prayers burn too." The silence thickened again. Anna wiped her face with her sleeve, the tears hot against her skin. She hated the weakness, hated the way the girl watched her without blinking. Finally, Anna said, "If you're her, prove it." The girl tilted her head. "Proof isn't silence. Proof is knowing." "I need more than that." "You won't get more." Anna's jaw tightened. "Then you're cruel." "No." The girl's voice softened. "I'm bread. You're silent." Anna stared. "What does that mean?" The girl didn't answer. She leaned back against the bench, closing her eyes, as though finished with the conversation. Anna sat there, trembling, the room closing in on her. She wanted to scream at the girl, shake her awake, force her to speak. Instead, she sat frozen, listening to the heavy silence press against the walls. The girl murmured, half asleep, "Names, places, lies. It's all the same." Anna's voice was hoarse. "Not lies." "Then truths you can't hold." The words faded as the girl drifted back into sleep. Anna sat alone, staring at the empty basket, the crumbs on the table, the faint water in the basin where the girl had washed her face. She thought of the grave on the hill, the stone that marked a name, the silence she had carried for years. She thought of how easily it had cracked in one morning. The girl's breathing steadied. The house grew quiet again. Anna whispered into the silence, "If you're her, forgive me." No answer, only the slow sound of the girl's breath. Anna pressed her palms against the table and lowered her head. The silence pressed back, heavier than before, filling every corner of the room until she could no longer tell whether it was hers or the girl's. She sat there until the light shifted, waiting for something that would not come. The girl's breathing had steadied into sleep again. Anna sat motionless, listening to each rise and fall. Her hands itched with the weight of memory. She rose quietly, her steps slow on the creaking floor, and crossed to the drawer near the shelf. Her fingers lingered before pulling it open. Inside lay the old ledger. The book smelled of dust and ink, of nights she had sworn never to open it again. She lifted it out and carried it to the table, careful not to wake the girl. She opened to the page she knew too well, her sister's name, written neat in her father's hand, then crossed out with one firm line. She traced it with her finger, whispering low, "Why did you leave? Why didn't I stop it? Why did I bury you?" The silence answered. The house felt smaller, as though the walls had leaned closer. Anna whispered again, "Was it my fault?" Her throat tightened. She pushed the ledger closed, but her hands would not let go. Behind her, a voice said, "What are you looking at?" She flinched. The girl was awake, sitting upright, her eyes sharp despite the sleep in them. "Nothing," Anna said quickly. "Not nothing. Go back to sleep." "You're lying." Anna hesitated, clutching the ledger to her chest. It's just a book. The girl rose, stepping closer. Show me. No. Why not? It's not for you. The girl tilted her head. It has names. Anna's breath caught. How do you know that? Because all books like that have names. Anna shook her head. You don't need to see this. The girl reached out. Let me. Anna stepped back. No. The girl's eyes narrowed. Whose name is in it? Anna clutched the book tighter. Yours isn't. You're sure? Yes. The girl smiled faintly. Then open it and prove it. Anna froze. Open it, the girl repeated. Her hand trembled. She placed the ledger back on the table, fingers resting on the cover. The girl came closer, her voice quiet but firm. Turn the page. Anna swallowed. She opened the book slowly, each page whispering against the next. She stopped at the one with the line drawn through. The girl leaned in, staring. Whose name is that? Anna's voice broke. Ruth. The girl didn't flinch. My name. Anna shut the book sharply. It isn't you. Then why hide it? Because it hurts. Truth always hurts. Anna turned away, pressing her hands to her face. The girl's voice followed. You buried her, but she's not buried. Stop. She's sitting right here. Stop it now. The girl touched the ledger. This is why you let me in. You thought I'd bring her back. Anna spun. No. Yes. Anna's voice rose. I let you in because you were cold, because you were hungry. That's all. The girl smirked. You're lying again. Anna's chest heaved. She grabbed the ledger and shoved it back into the drawer, slamming it shut. The girl flinched at the sound but didn't step back. Why cross out her name? Anna whispered. Because she was gone. Gone how? You know how. The girl's tone sharpened. Tell me. Anna shook her head. Say it, the girl demanded. Anna's voice cracked. Because she burned. The girl studied her, unblinking. And you lived. Yes. Why? Anna's face went pale. She didn't answer. The girl leaned closer. Did you push her? Anna's breath stopped. Did you leave her? No. You hesitated. I said no. The girl's voice softened. You wanted to run. I tried to save her. But you didn't. Anna dropped into the chair, her body shaking. She pressed her face into her hands. The girl circled the table slowly. This house holds more silence than walls. Anna whispered, I did what I could. The girl bent close. Not enough. Anna raised her head, eyes wet. Why are you doing this to me? Because you opened the drawer. Anna's voice shook. I only wanted to see her name again. And you did. Anna slammed her hand on the table. It isn't yours. The girl smiled faintly. But it feels like mine. Anna glared at her. You're cruel. No, the girl said. I'm a memory. Anna turned away, trembling. Memory doesn't knock on the door. Then what am I? I don't know. The girl pulled out the chair across from her and sat. You'll know soon. Anna looked at her. Do you remember the fire? The girl's eyes softened. I remember the smoke. And the screaming. Yes. Whose voice was it? The girl stared at her. Yours. Anna's face went pale. She whispered, No. Yes. Anna shook her head. I screamed for you. You screamed for yourself. Anna gripped the table, her knuckles white. Stop twisting this. The girl leaned forward, voice low. Then tell it straight. Anna's mouth opened, but no sound came. The girl sat back, satisfied. Silence again. Anna slammed her fist. Enough. The girl didn't flinch. Truth doesn't leave when you shout. Anna sagged back in her chair, exhausted. She stared at the drawer where the ledger rested, locked away again, but still burning in her mind. The girl whispered, One day, you'll let me read it. No. Yes. Never. The girl smiled faintly. Then I'll wait. The house fell quiet again. Anna stared at her hands, the silence pressing like a weight. She thought of the line through the name, the ink still sharp after all these years. She thought of what it meant to strike out a life. The girl leaned her head against the wall, eyes still fixed on Anna. You can hide paper, not eyes. Anna's breath caught. She turned away, unable to look at her any longer. The silence stretched until it felt endless, until Anna thought the walls themselves would split from it. She whispered into her sleeve, God forgive me. The girl answered without opening her eyes. Forgiveness is another word you can't say out loud. Anna froze. The room felt colder. She stared at the drawer, at the wood that kept the ledger from sight, but she could still feel the name inside, heavy, unerasable. The girl drifted back into half-sleep, her words fading into the dim light. Names never die. They just wait. Anna sat in the chair, shaking, her eyes on the drawer. She knew she would not sleep. Not now. Not ever again without seeing that name burned into her mind. The silence held them both, sharp as breath, endless as night. The silence between them broke with a sudden knock. Hard, firm, not like the girl's faint tapping at dawn. This one carried weight. Anna froze. The girl's eyes snapped open. "Who is it?" she whispered. Anna pressed a finger to her lips. Another knock came louder. "Sheriff," a voice called. "Open up." The girl's face paled. She clutched the empty basket. "Don't let him see me." "Go," Anna hissed. She pointed toward the back room. The girl scrambled off the bench and slipped into the shadows. Anna shoved the drawer shut, smoothed her hair, and walked to the door. She opened it slowly. The sheriff stood tall on the porch, his hat pulled low, eyes sharp. Dust clung to his boots. "Morning, Anna," he said. "Sheriff?" He tipped his hat, though his eyes didn't soften. "Heard you had a knock early." Anna's stomach clenched. "I don't know what you mean." "Folks talk. Folks always do." His gaze slid past her shoulder, into the house. "Strangers have been moving through. The governor wants 'em tracked." "I haven't seen any." "You sure?" "Yes." He stepped closer, his boots heavy on the porch. "Mind if I look around?" Anna tightened her grip on the door. "You don't have a cause." His lips curled faintly. "Don't need a cause when it comes to strangers. This is my home, and I keep it safe." The silence stretched. The sheriff's eyes narrowed. "What's that smell?" "Bread," he sniffed. "Burnt." "I baked too long." His gaze hardened. "You haven't baked in years." Anna's chest tightened. "Maybe I started again." The sheriff studied her. His voice turned low. "Anna, don't lie to me." She held his stare. "I'm not lying." The air grew thick. Finally, he stepped back. "If you see anyone, you tell me." "I will." His eyes lingered. "You always were a poor liar." Anna forced a smile. "And you always were too suspicious." His mouth twitched. Then he turned, stepping off the porch. "Stay sharp." She watched him walk down the path, his figure fading past the trees. Only when his horse whinnied in the distance did she shut the door. The house felt heavy again. She leaned against the door, breathing hard. From the back room came a whisper. "Is he gone?" Anna turned. The girl stepped out of the shadows, her eyes wide. "Yes," Anna said. The girl hugged the basket close. "He was looking for me." Anna stiffened. "Why?" "Because I'm not supposed to be here." "What did you do?" "Nothing." "Then why is the sheriff asking?" "Because governors lie." Anna's breath caught. "What do you know about the governor?" The girl smirked faintly. "More than he wants anyone to." Anna stared at her. "Your trouble?" "Maybe. And I just lied to the sheriff for you." "Yes." The words cut deep. Anna sank into the chair, hands trembling. The girl walked closer, blunt in her tone. "Why did you protect me?" Anna looked away. "I don't know." "Yes, you do." "I said I don't." The girl leaned in. "Because of the eyes." Anna's chest ached. "Stop." "Because you see her in me." Anna pressed her hands against the table. "I should have let him in. I should have handed you over." "But you didn't." Anna's voice rose. "Because I'm a fool." The girl smiled faintly. "Or because you remember." Anna turned sharply. "Remember what?" The girl's gaze didn't waver. The fire, the grave, the silence after. Anna's throat tightened. She wanted to scream, to drive the girl out, but the words wouldn't form. The girl sat on the bench again, setting the basket beside her. "Sheriff will be back." "I know. And when he comes, he'll ask again." "I'll tell him nothing." "He won't believe you twice." Anna's voice cracked. "Then what am I supposed to do?" The girl shrugged. "Decide who you are protecting." Anna glared. "You don't give me choices. You just tear open wounds." The girl's tone was calm. "Wounds don't heal when you hide them." Anna whispered, "You're not her." The girl tilted her head. "Aren't I?" "No." Then why lie for me? Anna's hands trembled. She slammed her fist on the table. Because I couldn't save her. The girl didn't flinch. So you try to save me. Anna lowered her head, tears welling. It won't change anything. The girl leaned closer. It already has. Anna looked up, eyes red. You'll ruin me. The girl smiled faintly. Or I'll free you. The house fell quiet again, the silence pressing against their words. Anna sat broken in her chair, the sound of the sheriff's knock still echoing through her bones. The girl whispered, almost to herself, "He'll come back." They always do. Anna stared at her, unsure if she meant the sheriff, or her sister, or something worse. The silence thickened, wrapping the house in dread. The morning dragged heavy after the sheriff left. Anna sat by the table, staring at the girl's basket. The girl stood, restless, pacing near the stove. "I should repay you," she said. "For what?" "For bread, for water, for lying." Anna shook her head. "You don't owe me." "Yes, I do." The girl's tone was sharp. "I'll bake." Anna's chest tightened. "Not in that oven." The girl smirked. "Why not?" "It's old. All ovens are old." Anna's voice rose. "I said no." The girl leaned closer. "Are you afraid of fire?" Anna froze. The words struck deeper than she wanted to admit. The girl pulled the oven door open anyway. Ash spilled out, dusting the floor. She coughed, then laughed softly. "Still works." Anna stood quickly. "Stop." "Why?" "Because I said so." The girl glanced back, eyes sharp. "You sound like someone's mother." Anna's hands trembled. "I'm not your mother." "Didn't say you were." Anna exhaled hard, sitting back down. "Do what you want." The girl smiled faintly. Setting the basket on the counter, she rolled up her sleeves and began kneading the dough with rough hands. The smell of yeast filled the room, thick and warm. Anna watched, unwilling but unable to look away. Each press of the girl's hands against the dough mirrored an old memory, her sister working the same way, sleeves rolled, humming low. "Where did you learn that?" Anna asked. "Don't remember," the girl said. "Everyone remembers where they learned. Not me." Anna's eyes burned. She looked away. The girl slid the dough into the oven. She stoked the coals, feeding them too much wood, too quickly. The flames roared higher, licking the iron. Smoke curled. "Careful," Anna warned. The girl grinned. "Fire likes to be fed." "Not that much." The smoke thickened. Anna coughed, standing. "Pull it back." The girl shook her head, eyes gleaming in the glow. "I'm hungry." Anna's breath came fast. The crackle of the fire blurred into another sound in her memory. The screaming night, the smoke, the collapse of beams. Her heart raced. She stumbled back. "Put it out," she demanded. The girl turned, her face lit by orange light. "You didn't put it out before." Anna's throat closed. "What?" "You let it burn." "Stop." "You watched." "I tried to save her." "But you didn't." Anna's hands shook. "Enough." The girl pulled the door open wider. Flames shot out, heat rolling across the room. Smoke poured upward. Anna covered her mouth with her sleeve. "Close it," she shouted. The girl just stared, unblinking. This is how she looked, in the fire. Eyes wide, just like this. Anna's knees buckled. She pressed herself against the wall. "You're not her." The girl stepped closer, eyes glowing through the smoke. "Then why do you see her?" Anna coughed hard, tears stinging. "Because you won't let me forget." The girl's voice was calm. "Memory burns longer than wood." Anna lunged forward, shoving the oven door shut. The flames hissed inside, smoke still leaking through the cracks. She grabbed the poker, pulling burning logs out one by one, dousing them in water from the basin. The hiss filled the room, steam rising. The girl didn't move. She only watched. Anna turned on her ragged voice. "Are you trying to kill us?" "No." "Then what?" "Trying to show you." "Show me what?" The night she burned. Anna's breath broke. She slammed the poker down. "I was there." "Then you remember." "I remember too much." The girl's tone softened. "Then don't fight it." Anna shook her head. "You're cruel." "No, I'm flame." Anna pointed to the smoke curling near the ceiling. "You're in danger." "Or truth." Anna staggered back to the chair, her body trembling. She pressed her hands against her face. "Why are you here?" The girl crouched near the oven, staring at the dying flames. "Because you left me in one." Anna's chest heaved. No. Yes. You're lying. The girl turned, eyes steady. Then why can you still smell it? Anna broke into sobs, her hands shaking uncontrollably. The girl stood slowly, walking toward her. You think burying her ended it? It didn't. Anna looked up, eyes red. Stop calling yourself her. The girl leaned down, her face inches away. I don't have to. You already do. Anna shoved her back. Get away from me. The girl didn't resist. She stepped back calmly, her face unreadable. Smoke still lingered, thick and sour. The bread inside the oven blackened, the smell bitter. Anna whispered, broken, You'll burn this house down. The girl smiled faintly. Maybe it needs burning. Anna stared at her. Why do you want me ruined? I don't. Then what do you want? To see if you'll save me this time. Anna's breath caught. She froze. Unable to answer, the girl sat back on the bench, her face calm again, as if the fire had never happened. Bread's ruined. Anna whispered, So am I. The silence after was heavy, thicker than the smoke. Anna sat shaking, the sound of flames still ringing in her ears. The girl sat still, unblinking, her eyes holding the same steady fire. And in that silence, Anna knew the past had stepped back into her house. And it wasn't leaving. The smell of scorched bread lingered heavily in the house. Anna pulled a rag over her mouth, her eyes watering. The girl sat calm on the bench, as if smoke meant nothing. Anna finally spoke. It has to go. The girl nodded slowly. Then we'll bury it. Anna frowned. Bury bread? Better in dirt than in us. Anna stared at her, then sighed. She pulled a cloth over the blackened loaves and carried them outside. The girl followed, silent, her bare feet padding across the porch. The yard stretched quiet, earth dry and uneven. Anna set the cloth down and grabbed the spade by the steps. The girl crouched beside her. I'll dig, Anna said. No, the girl replied. I will. Anna's grip tightened. I don't want you touching the dirt. The girl smirked faintly. Dirt doesn't mind. She pulled the spade from Anna's hands and pressed it into the ground. The soil cracked. She dug slowly, deliberately, the earth falling in clumps. Anna watched uneasily, arms crossed. As the hole deepened, the girl began to whisper. The words were soft, almost carried by the wind. Samuel, Clara, Ruth. Anna's body stiffened. What did you say? The girl didn't stop. Elias, Martha, Jacob. Anna's heart raced. She stepped closer, voice sharp. Where did you hear those names? The girl lifted another scoop of dirt. Here. Anna's voice shook. Those are my family's names. The girl looked up at her, unblinking. Yes. Anna's stomach turned. Who told you? No one. Then how do you know them? I remember. Anna's breath caught. You can't remember people you never met. The girl tilted her head. Maybe I did. Anna's knees weakened. She dropped onto the bench by the steps, staring hard at the girl. Don't play with me. I'm not playing. Anna whispered. They're all dead. The girl dug deeper, her voice steady. Dead doesn't mean gone. Anna gripped the edge of the bench, her chest tight. You're mocking me. No. Then what are you doing? Speaking their names. Anna's voice cracked. Why? Because they want to be spoken to. Anna shook her head. You don't know what you're saying. The girl stopped digging. She leaned on the spade, sweat on her brow, eyes sharp. Don't I? Anna rose, trembling. Who are you? The girl's voice was quiet. You already know. Anna's throat tightened. I don't. You do. Anna's voice rose. Tell me. The girl crouched again, lowering the blackened loaves into the hole. She covered them with dirt, pressing the earth flat. Her hands lingered, palms dirty. Finally, she looked up. I'm the one you left. Anna staggered back. Stop it. The girl wiped her hands on her dress. The dirt knows. You just pretend not to. Anna's eyes burned. You're lying. The girl stood. Then why do their names still hurt you? Anna turned away, pressing her hands to her face. The memories rushed back. Her father calling those names one by one. Her mother weeping. The funerals, the graves on the hill. She whispered, broken. Because they were mine. The girl stepped closer. And I am too. Anna spun, her voice sharp. You're not her. The girl didn't blink. Then why do you keep saying it? Anna's body shook. Because I buried her. The girl whispered, And now you dig." Anna froze. The words cut through her like the spade through dirt. The girl walked past her, calm, wiping her hands again. "Bread's gone. Names aren't." Anna followed, her voice hoarse. "What do you want from me?" The girl didn't answer. She walked back into the house, leaving Anna standing by the shallow mound of dirt. Anna stared at the spot. The earth looked too much like a grave. Her knees gave, and she fell onto the ground, pressing her hand against the fresh soil. She whispered, "Samuel, Clara, Elias, Ruth." The wind stirred. The house loomed behind her. The silence pressed in. Anna stayed kneeling, her breath uneven. She thought of the sheriff's eyes, the governor's reach, the graves already on the hill, and now this girl, speaking names she should never have known. Finally she rose, her dress streaked with dirt. She walked back to the porch slowly, her body heavy. The girl sat at the table inside, waiting. Anna entered, her voice sharp. "Answer me now." The girl looked up, calm. "About what?" "About who you are." The girl leaned her chin on her hand. "I told you." "You told me nothing." "I told you enough." Anna slammed her hand on the table. "Say it plain." The girl smiled faintly. "Plain is silence." Anna's chest heaved. She sank into the chair, her body weak. "You're going to ruin me." The girl's voice softened. "No. I'll remind you." "Of what?" "Of what you buried." Anna shook her head, tears stinging. "I can't." "You already did." The house grew still. Anna's hands trembled against the table. The girl's gray eyes never left hers. The silence stretched, deeper than before, filling the room with a weight Anna couldn't lift. The knock this time was softer, uneven, almost timid. Anna stiffened, her hands still covered in dirt from the mound outside. The girl didn't move. She sat at the table, eyes steady. Anna whispered, "Stay here." The girl's voice was flat. "I won't hide." Anna gritted her teeth and opened the door. A boy stood on the porch. He couldn't have been older than 14. His clothes were neat but dusted from travel. His face was pale, eyes wide with nerves. He swallowed hard. "Is she here?" Anna frowned. "Who?" "The girl, dark hair, gray eyes." His voice shook. "The governor sent me." Anna's chest tightened. "Why would he send you?" The boy's gaze darted past her, into the house. "Because she ran." Anna blocked the doorway. "Tell me her name." The boy lowered his voice. "Eliza." Behind Anna, a chair scraped. She turned. The girl was standing, her fists clenched, eyes blazing. "My name isn't Eliza," the girl snapped. The boy froze. "It is. You can't pretend it's not." "Leave," the girl ordered. He shook his head quickly. "You don't understand. If you don't come, he'll—" "I don't care." Anna stepped between them. "What does the governor want with her?" The boy's lips trembled. "She belongs to him." "No one belongs to him," Anna said coldly. The boy's voice cracked. "He says she does." The girl stepped forward, her voice sharp as a blade. "Tell him I'm not his. Tell him he can burn before I go back." The boy's face went white. "Don't say that." "I just did." He shook his head, panic rising. "You'll get me killed." The girl sneered. "Maybe you deserve it." Anna raised her hand. "Enough." The boy looked at her, desperate. "Please bring her. If I go back without her—" "You'll what?" Anna cut in. "He'll make me pay." Anna's voice hardened. "You're a child." The boy swallowed. "He doesn't care." The girl's tone was bitter. "That's the truth." Anna turned sharply to the girl. "What is he to you?" "Nothing." "Then why does he send boys to fetch you?" The girl's jaw tightened. "Because he thinks I still wear his name." Anna froze. "What name?" "Eliza." Anna's throat tightened. She remembered it. Eliza, the name whispered in her sister's past, the one spoken in fear, the one tied to nights she had tried to forget. She whispered, "No." The girl's eyes burned. "Yes." The boy stepped forward. "Please, come now. Don't make this worse." The girl glared. "I'm not yours. I'm not his. Tell him that." The boy's voice rose shrill with fear. "He'll send the sheriff next." Anna felt her stomach twist. "Then let him." The boy shook his head. "You don't understand. The sheriff does what the governor says." "I know exactly what he does," Anna said coldly. The girl moved closer to the boy, her voice low and steady. "Tell him if he wants me, he can dig me out of the dirt himself." The boy trembled. "Don't make me say that." Say it. His eyes filled. Why are you cruel? I'm not cruel. I'm free. Anna stepped in, her hand on the girl's arm. Enough. He's just a boy. The girl pulled away. He's their mouth. Anna turned back to him. Go home. Now. He looked between them, terrified. He'll know I found her. Anna's voice softened. Then tell him you didn't. The boy hesitated. He'll see it in my face. Then run faster than his questions. His lips quivered. He turned and stumbled down the steps, his boots kicking dust. He ran down the path until he vanished past the trees. The house went quiet. Anna turned slowly. The girl still stood by the table, fists clenched, her chest rising and falling hard. Anna whispered, Eliza. The girl snapped her head around. Don't call me that. But he did. I told you, I'm not his. Then who are you? The girl's gray eyes locked on hers. The one you buried. Anna's voice broke. Stop. You saw me burn. You saw me die. And now you see me standing here. Anna's knees weakened. She gripped the chair. You're not her. Then why do you say my name like it hurts? Anna's chest heaved. She couldn't answer. The girl stepped closer, her voice low. Do you want me to leave? Anna shook her head quickly. No. Do you want me to stay? Yes. The girl smiled faintly. Then you already chose. Anna whispered, He'll come. The girl's tone was sharp. Let him. Anna looked at her, trembling. He'll bring fire with him. The girl's voice didn't falter. So will I. The silence thickened, pressing against the walls. Anna's heart pounded as she stared at the girl's steady eyes, eyes that burned with the past and the threat of what was coming. The boy's footsteps faded into the trees, leaving only the echo of his fear. Anna shut the door and leaned against it, her chest tight. The girl stood in the middle of the room, unshaken, her gray eyes fixed on Anna. He'll tell him, Anna whispered. Let him. You don't understand. The governor doesn't forgive. The girl's voice was steady. Neither do I. Anna pressed her hands against her face. You'll bring fire here. The girl tilted her head. It's already here. The silence hung sharp. Then the girl said, Come. Anna dropped her hands. Where? The well. Anna's breath caught. No. Yes. I won't go near it. You will. Anna's knees weakened. That place is cursed. The girl stepped closer. So am I. Anna shook her head. Why do you want to drag me there? Because you buried her, but you never looked. Anna's voice cracked. Stop saying that. The girl's tone hardened. Come see Anna, or keep pretending. Anna's body trembled. She wanted to refuse, to shut the door and never move. But her legs betrayed her. She followed as the girl walked outside, bare feet silent on the dirt. The path stretched across the field. The grass bent low, the earth dry. Anna trailed behind, her breath uneven. The girl didn't look back once. The well sat at the edge of the field, stones stacked high, its mouth black and endless. Anna froze a few steps away. I can't, she whispered. The girl turned, her face calm. Yes, you can. Anna shook her head. It took her. The girl's eyes sharpened. It kept her. Anna pressed her hand to her chest. Don't. Come closer. I said no. The girl's voice rose. Then keep lying to yourself. Anna's eyes filled. She stepped forward, her body shaking. She stopped at the rim. The stones were loose, shifting under her palms as she leaned. The air above the well was colder. The girl stood beside her. Look. Anna shook her head violently. I won't. You already are. Anna forced her eyes downward. The water below was black, still, too dark to see through. She pulled back quickly. It's empty. The girl's voice was low. Look again. Anna's stomach twisted. She leaned forward slowly. The water rippled. A shape formed, clearer with every breath. Her eyes widened. A face, not hers, her sister's. Young, unburned, smiling. Anna gasped and stumbled back. No. The girl grabbed her arm. Yes. Tears blurred Anna's vision. It's not real. It's her. She's gone. She's waiting. Anna shook her head wildly. That's a trick. The girl's grip tightened. Do you hear her? Anna froze. The air hummed faintly like a whisper beneath the wind. A laugh, soft, familiar. She covered her ears. Stop it. The girl leaned close. Say her name. Anna sobbed. Ruth. The face in the water smiled wider. Anna collapsed to her knees, her body shaking. Why? Why show me this? The girl crouched, her eyes level with Anna's. Because you never looked before. Anna's voice broke. I was afraid. You still are. Yes. The girl's tone softened. Then be afraid with her, not without her. Anna lifted her eyes, staring at the reflection again. The smile below didn't fade. Her chest ached. She's not supposed to be there, Anna whispered. Where else would she be? In the ground. Graves lie. Water doesn't. Anna trembled. What do you want me to do? See her. I see her. No, believe her. Anna pressed her forehead against the cold stone rim. I can't. The girl touched her shoulder gently. You already did. Anna sobbed harder, her voice hoarse. Why are you doing this to me? The girl's eyes glimmered. Because she asked me to. Anna's head snapped up. What? She said you'd never forgive yourself unless you saw. Anna stared at her, stunned. You're lying. The girl shook her head slowly. I don't lie about the dead. The well water rippled again. The reflection's lips moved faintly, though no sound rose. Anna's body froze, her heart pounding. She whispered, What is she saying? The girl leaned closer to the water. You know. Anna's breath shook. She mouthed the words as they formed silently below. I forgive you. Her knees buckled. She gripped the stone hard. No, she wouldn't. The girl's voice was firm. She did. Anna's tears spilled fast. I left her. You lived. I should have burned too. The girl's tone sharpened. Then who would be left to see her? Anna's breath broke. She stared again at the reflection. The face below smiled brighter, almost glowing in the black water. The girl whispered, Now you understand. Anna shook her head slowly. I don't. You will. Anna sat back on her heels, broken, the sound of her sobs echoing against the stones. The girl stood calm beside her, eyes never leaving the water. After a long silence, Anna whispered, What are you? The girl didn't look at her. Her eyes, her memory, her fire. Anna trembled. And if I believe that, then you're not alone anymore. Anna pressed her face into her hands. I don't want this. The girl's voice was steady. You already have it. The reflection below didn't fade. It only waited, smiling, alive in the darkness where nothing else lived. The well had opened, and it would not close again. By dusk, the yard filled with footsteps. One by one they came. Neighbors, farmers, widows with shawls pulled tight. Their faces were grim, eyes sharp. Word had spread faster than Anna thought possible. The girl stood near the porch, calm, unblinking. Anna's stomach twisted as the voices rose. She's not from here. She came from nowhere. She's hiding something. Anna raised her hands. Quiet. The sheriff stepped forward, his badge glinting in the fading light. We'll have order. Voices fell, though whispers still cut through. Anna felt the ground sway under her feet. The sheriff's eyes pinned her. Is it true you've been keeping a stranger? Anna swallowed hard. She came hungry. I gave her bread. That's all. Yes. A woman shouted, Then why won't she give her name? She gave one. Anna snapped. What name? Ruth. A hush spread. The girl stood still, her gray eyes steady on the crowd. An old man spat in the dirt. That's a dead woman's name. The sheriff tilted his head. Whose? Anna's chest tightened. My sister's. The crowd stirred, voices overlapping. Blasphemy. A curse. She's mocking the dead. The sheriff raised his hand. Enough. He looked back at Anna. Why her name? I don't know. The sheriff's gaze shifted to the girl. You. Speak. The girl's voice was calm. I am who I am. Where are you from? From where fire burns. Gasps rippled. A man barked. She's touched by the devil. The girl's eyes sharpened. I'm touched by smoke. Laughter burst, nervous and cruel. The sheriff stepped closer. Answer plain. I did. The crowd muttered again. Anna's voice cracked. Stop. She's just a girl. The sheriff turned on her. Then why does she know things she shouldn't? I don't know. Liar, a woman shouted. Anna's breath shook. She pointed to the girl. Look at her. She's thin. She's tired. She's no threat. The old man snarled. Then why does she carry the eyes of the dead? Anna froze. The girl stepped forward, her voice steady. Because the dead still see. Silence fell sharp. Even the sheriff hesitated. Anna grabbed the girl's arm. Enough. The girl pulled free. You wanted me to speak. Now I do. The sheriff's voice hardened. What's your true name? The girl smirked faintly. Eliza. The crowd erupted. Shouts flew like stones. The governor's girl. A runaway. She's marked. The sheriff raised his voice. Quiet, Anna whispered, panicked. Why did you say that? The girl's eyes stayed fixed on the crowd. Because it's what they want. The sheriff faced Anna again. You lied to me. Anna's chest heaved. I didn't know. He studied her, his jaw tight. You still protect her? Yes. The crowd gasped. A woman hissed, She's bewitched. The sheriff stepped closer. Anna, think careful. If she's his, you're standing against him. Anna's hands trembled. I know. Why risk it? Her voice shook. Because she's mine too. The girl's gray eyes turned on her, unreadable. The crowd shouted louder. She admits it. She's mad. Burn them both. The sheriff raised his hand again. No fire, not here. We'll hear the truth first. A man barked. Then ask her about the dead. The sheriff nodded slowly. Fine. Girl, what do you know about the graves? The girl's tone was flat. Names in dirt. Don't stay quiet. Gasps again. A woman clutched her shawl. Witch! Anna shouted, Stop this! She's no witch. She's just a girl who's seen too much. The sheriff's eyes narrowed. Then why do you tremble, Anna? Her voice cracked. Because I buried my sister once, and now I see her eyes again. The yard was still. Every gaze turned on Anna. Her chest rose and fell fast. The sheriff spoke low. Are you saying she's your sister? Anna shook her head. I don't know what she is. Ghost? A man asked. Girl? Another hissed. Anna's voice was hoarse. She's mine to answer for. The crowd broke into angry cries. Not enough. She belongs to him. Hand her over. The sheriff turned to the girl. Will you go willingly? The girl's lips curved faintly. Never. His jaw tightened. Then you force my hand. Anna stepped in front of her. No. The sheriff's voice sharpened. Move. Anna shook her head, trembling. If you want her, you'll take me too. The crowd gasped. The girl's eyes glimmered, almost proud. The sheriff studied Anna for a long moment. His hand hovered near his belt, but he didn't draw. Finally, he turned back to the crowd. This isn't done, he said. But it isn't tonight. Shouts rose in protest, but his voice cut over them. Enough. Go home. Now. Reluctantly, they began to scatter, muttering, glaring, casting signs of protection against the girl as they passed. Anna's knees weakened. She sagged against the porch rail. The girls stood tall beside her, eyes steady, calm in the storm. The sheriff lingered last. He looked at Anna, his voice low. You're making enemies you can't fight. She whispered. Maybe. Why? Her throat tightened. Because I already failed once. His jaw hardened. Then you'll burn for her. Anna's voice was steady now. Then I'll burn. The sheriff studied her one last time, then turned and walked away into the dark. The yard was empty. The house loomed behind them, the well silent in the field. The girl looked at Anna. You spoke for me. Anna's voice shook. I don't know why. Yes, you do. Anna turned on her, her face pale. Tell me what you are. The girl smiled faintly. You already said it. Flesh or ghost? Does it matter? Anna's breath came heavy. She gripped the rail to steady herself. The girl whispered, You chose me. That's enough. The night closed in around them, heavy with silence and the weight of watching eyes that never truly left. The night pressed heavy after the crowd left. Anna sat at the table, her body trembling, her breath uneven. The girl stood at the window, staring out into the dark. Anna whispered, They'll be back. The girl didn't turn. Then we won't be here. Anna looked up sharply. Where would we go? The girl finally turned, her eyes steady. To the hill. Anna's chest tightened. No. Yes. That grave is closed. The girl's voice was firm. Not closed. Waiting. Anna shook her head, her hands trembling. I can't dig her up. You can. You will. Anna's throat tightened. Why? The girl stepped closer. Because you still don't believe me. Anna pushed back her chair, her voice rising. I buried her with my own hands. The girl leaned in, calm. Then you'll see you buried nothing. The silence pressed sharp. Anna closed her eyes, fighting the pull. The girl whispered, "Come now." Anna opened her eyes. "If it's empty," the girl smiled faintly. "Then you'll know." Anna's body shook. She rose slowly, grabbing the lantern from the shelf. The girl walked ahead, silent, her bare feet steady on the path. They crossed the field, the air damp, the grass wet with dew. The lantern light swung, shadows stretching long. The hill rose ahead, marked with weathered stones. Anna's knees weakened. Each step felt heavier. She stopped at the edge. "I can't." The girl turned back. Yes. Anna's hands shook around the lantern. What if it's not empty? The girl's eyes sharpened. "Then you'll bury her again, but you'll bury the truth too." Anna swallowed hard. She forced herself forward. The grave stood near the top. The stone tilted. Her sister's name etched faint but clear. Her breath broke. "I can't." The girl stepped beside her, grabbing the spade left by an old marker. She pressed it into the soil. "I'll start." Anna reached for it. "No." "Yes," the girl said, handing it to her. Anna gripped the handle, her arms trembling. She pressed into the soil. The earth gave way, damp and heavy. Sweat ran down her back as she dug, each thrust pulling her deeper into memory. The girl knelt beside her, scooping dirt with her hands. Her voice whispered names again. "Ruth, Anna, fire, smoke." "Stop," Anna hissed. The girl didn't stop. "Ash, wood, eyes." Anna's breath shook. She dug faster, dirt flying. Her arms ached, her palms raw, but she couldn't stop. The girl's whispers pressed her forward. At last the shovel hit wood. The sound echoed through the night. Anna froze, her chest heaving. The girl's voice softened. "Open it." Anna's hands trembled. She dropped to her knees, scraping dirt away until the coffin lid showed. Her fingers gripped the edge. She looked at the girl. "I can't." "You must." Anna squeezed her eyes shut. Then, with a sob, she pried the lid open. The wood groaned, the hinges stiff. The lantern light spilled inside. Empty. Anna gasped, falling back onto the dirt. Her breath came fast, her body shaking. The girl leaned over the coffin, calm. "I told you." Anna pressed her hands to her mouth, sobbing. No, it can't be." The girl's gray eyes glimmered in the lantern light. She reached for Anna's hand, gripping it tight. Her voice was steady. "She wasn't gone." Anna shook her head violently. "Then where is she?" The girl smiled faintly. "Here." Anna's sobs broke into the night. The wind shifted, rustling the grass, carrying the smell of earth and wood. She whispered, broken, "God forgive me." The girl's grip tightened. She already did. Anna stared at her, trembling, the empty coffin yawning below them. The truth was darker than the soil, and it was staring back at her through the girl's unblinking eyes. The grave on the hill had given up its silence, and nothing would ever close it again. The coffin's emptiness clung to Anna as they returned. Her arms ached from digging, her throat raw from crying. She carried the lantern back inside, its flame low. The girl followed, silent, her steps steady as though the night had proven her right. Anna sank into the chair, her hands trembling. The girl set the spade down by the door, then moved toward the stoves. Anna's voice cracked. "What are you doing?" The girl glanced back. "Baking." "Again?" "Yes." Anna shook her head. "After tonight, you want fire again." The girl's eyes didn't flinch. "This time it won't burn." Anna buried her face in her hands. "I can't breathe around it." "You'll breathe when it's finished." The girl rolled her sleeves and pulled the old bowl from the shelf. She mixed with calm precision, each movement steady, deliberate. The smell of yeast filled the room again, softer this time, clean and warm. Anna lifted her head, watching despite herself. The girl's hands worked like her sister's had once, firm, sure, unhurried. The same rhythm, the same pause before pressing the dough flat. Anna whispered, "Who taught you that?" The girl didn't look up. "No one." "Don't lie." "I'm not." Anna's breath shook. She used to move her hands just like that. The girl smiled faintly. "I know." Anna's stomach twisted. "Stop saying that." The girl set the dough into the oven carefully, closing the door without force. She adjusted the coals, precise, measured. No flames roared this time, only a slow heat. Anna whispered, "You're mocking me." "No." "Then why does it feel like you're bringing her back?" The girl's tone was calm. Because she never left. The oven crackled softly. Minutes passed, heavy with silence. The smell grew richer, familiar, almost unbearable. Anna closed her eyes, tears pricking. She could hear it. Faint laughter, not from the girl, not from herself. Her eyes flew open. Did you hear that? The girl didn't turn. Yes. Anna's chest tightened. Who was it? You know. No. Yes. Anna gripped the table hard. Don't play games with me. The girl finally turned, her gray eyes steady. It's not a game. It's a memory. Anna's breath came shallow. She looked around the room, swearing she felt another presence. The house seemed fuller, voices brushing against the silence. She whispered, I'm losing my mind. The girl said softly, or you're finding it. The bread was pulled from the oven, golden, perfect, not burned. The girl set it on the table, steam curling. She cut 2 slices and handed one to Anna. Anna hesitated, staring at it. It smells exactly like hers. The girl nodded. Eat. Anna's hands shook as she lifted it. She bit slowly. The taste hit her like a wound. Warm, soft, the same as childhood mornings. She pressed her hand to her mouth, tears spilling. Tell me who you are, Anna whispered. The girl chewed her own slice, calm. Look closer. Anna's voice rose. I am looking, and I don't know what I see. Yes, sir, you do. Anna slammed her slice down, trembling. You are not her. The girl leaned in, her eyes unblinking. Then why do you taste her bread? Anna sobbed. Because you're cruel. No, because she asked me to remind you. Anna stared, broken, her chest heaving. I can't live like this, not knowing if you're a ghost girl or curse. The girl's voice softened. Then stop asking what I am. Start asking why I'm here. Anna's tears blurred her vision. She whispered, why? The girl smiled faintly. To finish what you couldn't. Anna froze. What do you mean? The girl took another slow bite, her voice calm. You tried to save her. You failed. Now you'll save me instead. Anna's heart pounded. From what? The girl's gray eyes gleamed. From him. From the fire he'll bring. Anna's breath caught. She leaned back, staring hard. You expect me to fight him? Yes. I can't. You can. Anna's throat closed. I'm just one woman. The girl's tone sharpened. So was she. Anna lowered her face into her hands again, sobbing into the silence. The smell of bread filled the room, heavy with memory. The girl's voice cut through, steady, unrelenting. Look closer. Anna lifted her head slowly, her eyes meeting the girl's. The same gray, the same calm, the same eyes she'd buried years ago. Her chest ached. She whispered, Ruth. The girl didn't answer. She only held her gaze, unblinking until the silence itself gave the reply Anna feared and longed for. Morning crept slowly, pale light spilling across the table where the last loaf sat half-eaten. Anna hadn't slept. She sat in the chair, head heavy in her hands, staring at nothing. The girl moved quietly. Rising from the bench, she carried the basin to the window where the light was strongest. She filled it with water from the jug and set it on the sill. Anna's voice came hoarse. What are you doing? Washing. Again. Yes. Anna rubbed her face, weary. Why? The girl looked at her, calm. So you'll see. Anna's chest tightened. I've seen enough. The girl bent over the basin. She cupped her hands, lifted water, and pressed it to her face. Droplets slid down her cheeks, catching the morning light. She rubbed slowly, peeling away dust and sweat. Anna watched, frozen. Her heart thudded hard. She wanted to look away, but her eyes refused. The girl turned slightly, lifting her face. Anna's breath caught. The eyes, clear, gray, unchanged by time. The same eyes she had stared into when the fire took everything. The same eyes she had closed in the coffin that now lay empty. Her voice broke. No. The girl stepped closer. Yes. Anna shook her head violently. It's just a resemblance. The girl held her gaze, steady. Look closer. Anna whispered, trembling. You're cruel. The girl's lips curved faintly. I'm patient. Tears blurred Anna's vision. She pressed her palms against the table. It's not possible. Then how do you see me? Anna sobbed. Because I'm mad. No, because I'm here. Anna's tears spilled fast, her voice rising. "You're not Ruth." The girl's tone was calm, unflinching. "Say my name." Anna's chest heaved. She squeezed her eyes shut. "I can't." "You must. Stop." The girl leaned closer. "Say it." Anna opened her eyes, staring at her through tears. The gray stared back, unbroken, waiting. Her throat closed, but the word forced its way out. "Ruth." The girl's smile deepened. "There it is." Anna's body shook. "I buried you." The girl's voice softened. "You buried Wood, not me." Anna covered her mouth with her hands, sobbing. "I saw you burn. You saw smoke." Anna slammed her fist on the table. "I saw death," the girl whispered, "and yet you see me now." The silence thickened. Anna's sobs filled it, raw and jagged. Finally she whispered, "Why did you come back?" The girl's answer was simple. "I never left." Anna shook her head slowly. "No, this isn't real." "It is. You're haunting me. Then I am yours." Anna's chest ached. She looked away, whispering, "I don't deserve you." The girl stepped closer, placing a hand on hers. Her skin was warm, real. She whispered, "I've been waiting." Anna froze, the words cutting deeper than any wound. Her tears blurred everything. She whispered again, broken, "Ruth." The girl squeezed her hand. "Yes." The morning light grew stronger, filling the house. For the first time, Anna didn't fight it. She stared into the eyes she thought she had lost, and all the years of silence broke apart.